Welcome to Beyond the F, a podcast about nothing and everything all at once. I'm Kat of Glow of View.
And I'm Phil.
And these are the monotone musings of two idiot lovers.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back on a Wednesday night. Wow, our recording schedule has been really weird.
Very chaotic.
Have we hit every night of the week? No.
Not Friday.
No. We've done Thursday, we've done Wednesday, we've done Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to do Sunday, but we didn't do Sunday. So,
yeah.
Not that many days of the week. But anyway, we're back on a Wednesday night.
We're ready.
And Kat's hyped up on
Decaf
latte.
coffee.
So
It's a
not
decaf.
hyped up. I know that was going to be the punchline.
And this is Wednesday, so it could have been caffeine. But it was good.
Yeah. Didn't you have caffeine this morning?
Yeah, but I
You
could have
a
easily
caffeinated
had
coffee
two.
this morning,
But I could have had two.
which is some of the best coffee I've ever had. I've never had shakes like this.
Oh, our at-home coffee?
Yeah. I started, newsflash, everyone should try this out. I started brewing coffee at home.
Wow, how innovative.
Got a $20 coffee maker.
Phil learned how to brew coffee at 33? How old are you? 33? How old are you?
I really don't know.
Are you 32?
You looked at me and asked, and I don't know.
You are 32.
Yeah,
right?
I have to be 32. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 2023, born in 91.
Okay.
Therefore,
You should know for sure.
Ergo, 32.
Okay.
Not 33. So yeah, started brewing coffee at home, and it's incredible.
It really is revolutionary.
I think it's just the Whole Foods brand, isn't it? It's just Whole Foods organic mocha.
Maybe. Whatever it is, it's great.
Everybody go out and get it.
I mean, it does have natural flavors, and we don't really know what that means, but I don't care, baby, because it's delicious.
I've got natural flavors running all through these veins, so
Woof, I don't know.
I'm not worried about
It's
that.
phenomenal.
Since we figured out that's not what's breaking my face out.
Yeah, add that with the malt. Oh, it's the best. I know you prefer half and half like a freakazoid, but
Publix organic green wise half and half. Can we talk about how you've got me on the organic train?
yeah,
That didn't take long.
no, it's better for you. I mean, if you're gonna have dairy, definitely go organic. I feel like meat product, animal product should be organic.
Speaking of Publix green wise, we had pub subs tonight because we were doing the podcast, and I had to go into the office, stay late, so I had to bring dinner home. Pub subs were great.
Oh yeah, have we not talked about pub subs?
We have. So
Okay.
I'm headed somewhere.
Oh,
with this.
okay. Yes. How did your experience go?
Okay. Just to be clear, I haven't told you any of this experience just so I could do this, so I could unveil it.
You're kidding.
Walk up to the counter. There's two options as to who can make the sandwich. There is a manager who comes up and offers to make it, and then this employee comes out of nowhere and said, "I'll take it." So I was like, okay, cool. They turn around. Newly laminated.
You're joking.
Like from the laminator name tag. Yeah. Temporary name tag. So I was like, oh, geez. And we've expressed my experiences on the podcast before. I would like to report it was phenomenal.
Really?
It was the perfect experience. This person knows what they're doing.
They're new
They've
and they know what they're
made
doing.
sandwiches before. They had their own style. They were like pulling me into the experience with conversation and asking me my sandwich preferences. They were giving me theirs. They were trying to upsell me on different sauces and stuff like that. A true professional.
Wow.
So
I'm
mark
surprised.
that. Yes, mark that in and they told me they'd only been there 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
They really got the hang of it.
And I told them, I was like,
Surely they've
You're a master.
previously made sandwiches like elsewhere.
yeah.
You could tell.
They,
And the expertise. You can't pick that up at 4 days.
In the life story, I heard about the sandwich making in the past.
Okay.
Let me tell you, when you could tell the whole time, but whenever it got to sprinkling the vinegar on there, the technique, the fact that they were using a technique.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Saying the word sprinkle is so accurate because they like covered the spout with their fingers, like. So
I don't know if that's sanitary, but
they had a glove.
Okay.
So they're just
Thankful for that.
other than unlike some individuals who just pour it over and sometimes it just makes the bread soggy. Yeah. So anyway, wanted to update.
Oh, I love that.
You get that one in a billion.
How would you say, I don't know if we've talked about this before on here, how would you say Greenwise subs stack up to just run-of-the-mill Publix subs? Like, does the location make a difference?
Here's the thing. In my head, it does, and I think that's all it is. It's in my head because the Greenwise seems so much fancier in there and so much more curated and like bougie and like special.
Yeah.
So then every time I've had the sandwich, I'm like, yeah, this is better.
But are you gaslighting yourself?
I think I'm gaslighting myself because they're just serving me the same boar's head deli meat, the same Publix cheese, and it's just their produce. I mean, they're not getting their produce from anywhere special. But in my head,
it tastes better.
I
get that.
Now, it could be that at the Greenwise Publix, I've always gotten people that know how to make sandwiches, whereas at normal Publixes, you may be getting someone literally in high school, and nothing against people in high school, but maybe they haven't made as many sandwiches
right
in their life. So
yeah, different expertise level for sure.
Yeah. So that was phenomenal. That was dinner. And you had your decaf coffee. So we're hyped up. We're ready to go. I'm hyped up on my sandwich. What are we talking about tonight?
I was going to go into more detail on my sleep routine that we mentioned last week.
That is right. We ended last episode talking a lot about sleep. We gave some stories.
Well, now I'm going to give some tips.
Yeah, we want to be very practical tonight.
So as I've stated, I am a sleep connoisseur. You're like, oh, everyone likes sleep. No, not like I like it. I love it. I require it. And I haven't always had good sleep. So it's important for me to have a routine that really sets me up for success.
Yeah, I can see that because I've been around for a while.
And
I've lived through
this journey,
several of your stages of really struggling with finding good sleep. So yeah, I'm glad that you've crafted a system.
Okay, something that I've been doing for years and I highly recommend to everyone, including you. Like, I don't know why you're not doing this, but that's a story for another time. Everyone needs to be taking magnesium. Every one of you listening is deficient. I know for a fact. I am a doctor. Just kidding. I'm not a doctor. But you probably are deficient in magnesium. It's worth checking into. It's worth getting your levels checked. And I always take mine at night because it can really relax you. So you may not want to take it during the day. But it definitely helps me fall asleep faster, I believe.
So what is magnesium? Like, what does that control?
Am I a scientist?
You're telling me to take it. So like,
I'm saying I take it. I'm not saying you should take it. I'm saying you should check your levels. You're giving me a pill
and saying it'll chill me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a drug.
Okay, so like, how many do you take?
Well, it depends on what brand you get. So it's going to be different.
And probably the strength. Do they come in different like doses or whatever it's called?
I would imagine so. So I take the Solway brand and I guess that's how you pronounce it. I really like it. I've been taking that 4 years, as you know.
Yes.
I'm very brand loyal. When I find a brand I like, I stick to it.
If I can
recognize
the bottle, yeah.
I've been taking
it around for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I take magnesium glycinate, and that there are several different types of magnesium. but that's the one that I prefer because I doesn't make me feel like I'm gonna shit my pants.
So
Which is great.
that's a worry that
Yeah.
with
So if
some
you
others.
overdose on magnesium, like if you take, and I don't know what the percentage is, but if you take above what you need, yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
You're gonna excrete.
It has a laxative effect. I've
That
heard.
is a little scary.
Yeah.
And another reason why not to take it during the day, I would say.
Yeah, and again,
But also you don't want to overdose at night because that would be bad.
yeah, you don't want to take
You
too much
don't
of
really wanna
whatever.
overdose
Just
at
check
any
with
time.
your doctor. But this is something that I highly recommend looking into if you do struggle with that initial like falling asleep, because I feel like it gets me in that like relaxed mode as something like a bath or like lighting candles or something would. Like it just relaxes you.
So it's not necessarily a sleeping pill.
No, not at all.
This is just
It's getting you in
getting
that
your
state of
body-
relaxation, like ready, like prepped.
right.
But I
winding down.
I have recently introduced a sleep aid. And again, I'm not recommending any of this, but I take Luna. It's the Luna brand. I take the melatonin free version. It has a lot of great ingredients and it was recommended by my acupuncturist, who I trust. So it's worked really well for me.
So you've been doing that means you've only been doing that for 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I can definitely tell a difference.
And doing that together with the magnesium is a
Totally
good pairing.
fine. Mm-hmm.
Good pairing. Cool.
Yeah. Totally fine. I was doing it on my own, and then I made sure that that was fine, and he said, "Yeah." So that's good.
So,
and it works.
So is that doing the same thing? So you're just like doubling up on like it relaxing you, or is that doing
That's
something
more.
different?
I mean, that does have some things like chamomile, I believe in it, which is gonna like relax you, but it also directly helps with sleep if it's something that can work for you. Again, not everything's gonna work for everybody, so check in with your medical health professional or your herbalist or whoever you trust. Don't trust me. Do what works for you. I'm not a doctor. But it definitely helps me and I'm thankful for it.
Cool.
And I can't do melatonin. Have you tried melatonin before?
I don't know that I've ever tried anything before.
I've never given you a magnesium before.
No, I've never had a magnesium.
You don't even take vitamins, so I don't even know what to do with you. But that's a
I've had
lecture for
C,
a different.
I've had D, I've had zinc, but I've never had magnesium.
No, which do you take any of those anymore? Since I haven't been like force
I think
feeding.
it's time for a break.
Anyway.
So when bedtime rolls around, you're taking those first as
Mhm.
as the beginning of your routine.
Yes. So I'm taking those. It's 10:30. I'm
Mhm.
taking those, and then I head to my side where we have to. Yes.
Would you count your nightly cup of tea as technically the beginning of this? Because you usually have that like at 10
Yeah.
as like a pre routine.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it helps.
like a
kinda,
cup
like
of
slow
tea.
things down. Yeah. Kind of relax.
And then your magnesium.
Obviously
and
caffeine
Luna.
free.
Yeah.
And I also like to work out at night because I feel like, or at least do some steps, like at least a couple thousand
That's
steps.
true. So like at 9:30, you're
Mhm.
doing that. So
Yeah, I usually work out at
Yeah.
9.
yeah, 9. Yeah, but a lot of times I think about you like walking at like 9:30
Mhm.
and then going straight into your tea.
Yeah.
And then straight into your vitamins.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on the journey. We've
Yeah.
actually now
We've
we're
gone
finished
back.
the prologue.
Yeah.
Now we're back in medias res.
Yes. And we have to set it on 66 degrees,
That is the AC. That's what we're setting on 66 degrees. Yes.
which we agree on.
We
As we
agree
talked
on-
about, it's important in a relationship to be aligned in the degrees.
One of the most important things.
I say, yeah.
Temperature.
You can't live
Are
together.
you kidding me? If you're trying to come at
No.
me with a 72 at night,
Mm-mm.
get out of here.
Which is sadly probably what my side actually is. Like it's really warm.
And the 66 has been a journey because it's been creeping down. I don't think we can go much lower.
Like fiscally.
Yeah. Because it was always in the 60s though. For a while it was
Oh, yeah.
69, then 68, and
Mhm.
67.
Well, I feel like at our old apartment, it was always like 68, 69, but it was so much smaller.
It was so small,
Mhm.
and here with
It was a
being
lot easier to cool
bigger,
down.
And we sleep on the extremes.
On
So
our own
it's
wings.
freezing in the living room
Oh,
kitchen
yeah.
area,
Mhm.
especially because of the hardwood floor. It's frigid, but like we only set it on 66 as we're going to bed. So when we go to the extreme areas of the apartment.
Like there's a chance that it might be cool.
Yeah, it's probably like 69. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 70.
But
mine felt like
it has to be
72.
sub 70. I'm sorry to be a diva.
Mm-hmm.
I have to sleep in sub 70.
Hey, we
And I
agree
can
on
tell a
that.
difference between 69 and 70. And a difference between 70 and 72.
That's interesting. I wonder what everyone else, what their preferences are.
Yes, that will be the question of the week,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll get to that in a second. I'm very excited about something. But the question of the week, what do you set your AC on at night to sleep?
Let us know.
Yeah.
This is very important, and I feel like it says a lot about you as
It
a person.
does. It does. I would say if you are in the 70s, I could judge you, but actually, I just think you're tougher than I am.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Definitely tougher.
Because I will fully admit I'm a diva when it comes to AC at night.
Okay, back to my routine.
Yes.
In addition to the AC being on 66, I have to have my Dyson fan on.
Right.
And that temperature does fluctuate too, because usually I have it set on 4, but if I'm feeling hot, I'll go up 5, I'll go up 6.
Yes.
That gets kind of loud, and that's fine with me
Yes.
because it gets the job done.
So that's helping cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have my overhead fan on.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. It gives me the stuffs.
Oh, it definitely, like, I have to clear the nose first thing in the morning.
It makes my nose stuffy, which mine is always stuffy anyway, but I don't want to exacerbate
You
it.
don't need any
No.
help in that area.
Exactly. And like I just don't like the idea of dust flying around, being circulated even more. And that's why my Dyson also doubles as like I almost said a humidifier, but that's not right.
Oh, a dehumidifier, isn't it?
A purifier.
Yes, air purifier.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
I think they do make some that are like dehumidifiers, right? Or humidifiers.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
What am
Dyson
I, a
does everything.
Dyson representative? Like,
I wish I'll get a deal. I love Dyson, and I hate to say it, but it really is worth the price.
You've turned into a Dyson girly.
I am definitely a Dyson girly, and it is expensive, but the amount that it improves your quality of life, like worth every penny. Worth every single penny.
As a tech enthusiast, I can say I appreciate Dyson products.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
The
it's like
engineering's interesting.
kind of like the Apple of whatever.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of parallels there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, well
Maybe
engineered.
overpriced.
Yeah, design is a big thing, and definitely brand name
Bougie.
is they've got that
But
market
so
covered.
worth it. Like I'm an Apple girly. I'm a Dyson girly. End of story.
Yeah.
And I'm not to say I wouldn't have other brands, but I'm gonna have those brands.
Yeah.
There we have it.
So it's cool. Now, the temperature is obviously helping you with the Dyson, but do you like the sound? Is that goes into it as well?
So I think it's pretty tricky. Like I don't like absolute silence. So I've got my earplugs in regardless.
Yeah, because I need
to add that.
I was going to
Yeah.
make sure that we mentioned that, but
Yeah.
she has to have earplugs, which we
Have
did
to
mention
do-
last week.
Yes, the Tallahassee story.
The Tallahassee story. not having
Yes.
them.
So earplugs and temperature, I'd say, are the two most important things
Mhm.
for sleep. Earplugs, getting the room toned down. So important. Everything else is just like good to have, but those are like you must have them if you want to sleep well, I feel. But yes, so all that. And I just recently introduced a silk pillowcase.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. So you've never had silk pillowcase before,
No,
and you can tell a difference.
I think I can. Like it's cooler.
Okay.
Like I feel like it holds the coolness of the room, which
Mhm.
is neat.
My pillow has that built into it.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's very comfortable. I didn't know if it would be worth the money. I did it more for like my skin.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep my skin as clear as possible, and it's supposed to be good for like preventing fine lines and wrinkles. So I mean, I can't tell as far as that, but I mean, my skin looks great. I feel like
Yeah.
it looks really good, and I think it's helping the sleep process as well. So I recommend. I think it was like $60.
Hey, even if it's all in your head, that's helping the sleep process.
Exactly.
Because that's like one less thing that you're worried about. It's like the pillowcase,
exactly.
feeling. Because let me tell you, I can't stand a bad feeling pillowcase.
No, it's going to disrupt your sleep.
Yeah. Something that's scratchy or it's got frills on it or something like that.
Yeah, I think I would.
It's almost kind of like a towel. Like I almost need like a pre-worn pillowcase.
Like Larry David.
Yeah. You gotta beat it against the rock.
Yeah, truly. And then also, it needs to be darkness. I've gone through phases where like I'll have a little nightlight or like keep the lamp on or whatever. But if I'm gonna get my best sleep, total darkness is best.
And let me tell you, your room gets dark.
Yeah.
It gets real dark.
No, it's really good.
Anything else on your routine?
Honestly, no. Just making sure there's not any other noise. So I'm like the total opposite of you. I don't want to go to bed hearing, listening, seeing anything.
Yeah.
Need total silence, total darkness. And for your best sleep, you need that too.
That's a great routine. That's a great routine.
I'm very serious.
Everyone give her a round of applause.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the presentation was perfection. My sleep routine is as follows. I gather the cats.
It sounds like there are a lot of them. How many do we have?
Yeah, I gather our 2 cats. They hate this routine, but they love this routine because I have had someone ask me, why do you shut the cats in like your side of the apartment? Mm-hmm. They're cats. They want to roam throughout the night. And I would submit this, that our cats are not like other cats.
Who asked you this?
my best friend, when I was telling him.
Oh, okay.
I was like, why would you close them in with you?
And no, they like it. They're dogs.
Yeah, because they have a little bit, which, yeah, because one of them was a snowshoe. So they have some Siamese cat in there.
Mm-hmm.
And a common trait in Siamese cats is separation anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Like
and
dogs.
For whatever reason, when we moved here and we both had bedrooms that we went to sleep in, I would leave my side open and they refused to come over there to be with me. And they would just sit in the living room and meow.
Mm-hmm. For one of us.
For a long time. Yeah, because one of us wasn't in the living room. And it's like, they didn't want to come to me, but they would just sit out there and want me
us
to be out
to
there.
go out there. Yeah. I mean, they prefer if we were all together
exactly.
at all times. They're very codependent.
On the couch is their favorite.
Codependent.
So yeah, so I mean, they were meowing out at night, and Damon is so loud, and
I've never heard anything like it.
So persistent.
He's truly like caterwauling.
Yes. So I started gathering them up, taking them on my side, and they love it. They hate the act, but then they get back there.
They love being over there.
Oh my gosh. They love
sleeping on your bed
too. Yeah. So yeah, then just brush my teeth. Sometimes do that face scrubbing thing that you gave me, which is great. I love that.
Oh, I didn't know we were getting into skincare. That's a whole other thing.
That is a whole other thing.
I need to talk about that at some point in my nighttime skincare routine.
Yeah. But then I get in the bed and Stefan jumps over onto the bed. We curl up. I find a podcast to listen to. We're off to the races.
It's a very simple routine.
Yeah. I do set the air on 66 and make sure the door's locked.
We appreciate that. Love it.
Yeah. So there you go. Speaking of sleep routines, though, I did want to give a shout out to our first Q&A answer on the podcast.
Thank you.
Very much thank you. Question was, what are your sleep routines or rituals? And they said, first off, I'm a heavy sleeper. Cat can't relate.
I'm very jealous.
But it takes me forever to fall asleep due to my crazy mind. This actually sounds more like me. Did I write this?
Did you write it?
In order for me to fall asleep, I need it to be very dark and cold. There we go. Kindred spirit. With some waves or rain sounds.
Okay.
So I like that. I've never really been able to get into like the sleep sound stuff.
No, because it's like I know that it's fake. Like if it were real rain, I
yeah.
do like that.
I do like
if
that
there's
as
not
well.
like actual thunder. If it's
Yeah,
thunder, you ruined it.
Yeah.
But if it's just rain, that is obviously very relaxing. But like, I don't know. I feel like they just haven't gotten it right with the recording. Like, are they creating that? Are they actually recording it outside? What's going on? Because I'm not buying it.
And I'm very interested in the idea of the sounds, like the noise, like the white noise, the brown noise, the pink noise, all of that, the green noise, all that's really interesting. Like there's that one commercial that kept popping up.
Like gives you asthma?
Yes. And it's like every time it came on when we were watching TV, I would just love to close my eyes and listen to it. But when I'm falling asleep, I'm just not into that.
Yeah. ASMR is so interesting to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Fascinating.
Our brains are so weird.
Very weird.
We should talk more about brains.
We should talk about brains.
Okay, what's next?
No, but not tonight.
Next?
We're actually going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about phrases we hate.
Yeah, and I have a few.
Be right back. All right, welcome back in.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So we're about to talk about phrases we hate.
And sorry in advance if you use these, but like maybe stop.
I was about to just give the it's comedy line, but
I mean it is, obviously. I'm sure people tell me all the time that they hate certain things I say or how I say them or my voice or whatever. So I feel like I can share some things I hate.
Sure. You want to go first?
Of course I do. Okay. You know this one, of course. Which, have you ever even heard anyone say this? But I hear so many people say, and I see it online all the time. They're like, I can't even think of an example, but whatever was not on my 2023 bingo card.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it all the time too. And I'm just like, grinds my gears.
I would say that's one of those that
It doesn't bother you.
No, it does.
It does.
I just think it's just so cheesy.
Exactly.
It's just so cheesy. And I also think it's one of those things where it's a meme.
Yes.
I
think that's why it annoys me, because everyone is saying it.
In the way that like it's like infected people.
Yes.
You know, it's like it's been said so many times that now people are almost saying it rudely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not even in control anymore.
And just to like go off that a little bit, like I hate people who talk in memes. Like they've seen a meme, like everyone's seen it, and then they just regurgitate all these memes that they've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like old memes, like from Facebook. You know what I mean? It's not even like a new meme. It's not even like a Twitter meme or X meme, which that sounds scary. Or like a Threads meme. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Do they even have memes?
I don't know. I've been locked out of my Threads account, so I can't tell you.
Oh my God.
We're never seeing that again.
Which is so fascinating. Isn't it just your Instagram?
Yeah, but I don't know. You gotta
know.
get me back in.
Okay.
Okay, what about yours?
I only have 2 on here. Wow. Get her done.
that
one
doesn't
bother you as much.
Mm-mm.
I don't like it. It kind of for the same reason, but it's definitely, I say it's a Southern thing. Everyone out there, let me know. Do people say get her done where you are?
Yeah, I'm curious. People say that in like other countries.
Our 8% United Kingdom listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually love to hear from someone from the United Kingdom. Like, what's a British phrase? You're British, right? What's a British phrase that you hate?
Yeah, I'd love to know, because we might think it's cute, or we might also hate it.
We might also hate it.
And does it involve the C word?
But I perceive it as like a Southern thing. And
didn't it originate from that like redneck comedy tour thing? Am I crazy?
Oh, with
like Larry the Cable Guy?
Yes, and Foxworthy.
Mm-hmm.
That whole
Jeff
thing.
Foxworthy.
Yeah, see, like that's just
Potato
not my
salad.
scene. Like that's just not my scene.
Well, see, I've had to endure those because of my family. Like I
bet,
seen them, you know.
But yeah, I mean, we had a discussion the other night about our kind of thoughts on comedians in general, but
Mhm.
then you add like Southern comedians on top of that, and
It's not really my scene.
yeah, it's not. It doesn't.
But if it's for you,
doesn't entertain me. Yeah,
enjoy.
and if you like
watch
saying "get her
whatever.
done," that's great.
Yeah, watch whatever you enjoy. Say whatever you enjoy.
Yeah.
We're talking shit about these, but that doesn't mean you have to stop.
Yeah,
When you
especially
talk
'cause
to
I
me, it
can't hear
does,
you.
but I'm just kidding. Okay, I've actually changed my list around because I thought of one that annoys me even more.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I wonder, did you just think of this basically live? Like when you're
Yes.
giving your previous answer?
Yes.
I bet it's the same one that I thought about live when you're giving your previous answer. Go ahead.
Okay. It is a comment that I get incessantly.
You can pry
Yes.
them
Yes.
blank
Yes.
out of my dead hands.
Cold dead hands.
Yeah.
Yes. That again.
That's so funny. Like we
Is that what
had
you're-
to have had the same realization at the same time. Yeah.
Yes, because I completely forgot about that. But yes, every time I see that, I'm just like, oh my God, like shut the fuck up.
Well,
because so many people say it, it is like groupthink.
I don't know.
And that's what drives me
yes.
crazy.
Yeah. That's kind of that's exactly what I was meaning when I said like these phrases to me annoy me because they're memes. Like they've literally
Mhm.
infected.
It's just like
the thinking.
regurgitation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Over and over again. And you sound a million years old. Like I've talked about this
Yeah.
a few times now. Like if you don't want to be perceived as old, which aging is a privilege, being old is a privilege. But if you're 30 and you're saying pry the skinny jeans out of my cold dead hands, you're 1,000 years old. Okay, get a grip, and not on the skinny jeans.
Yeah. Loosen that grip.
Please,
Get a grip on
reality.
grass. My next one, not necessarily a phrase,
Okay.
a term,
Oh, okay.
irregardless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which apparently is not a real word. No.
That's why it's on my list. So I went the longest time as an English major looking down on people who said
You're
irregardless
such
because it's
an
not
English
it's not a
major.
correct word. It's not even a word. It's
Mhm.
regardless.
So you were wrong, and that's why you're mad.
For years. For years. Now I'm not the type of person that like corrects someone live.
That's tacky.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's really
I
tacky.
definitely don't like that. But I always like clock it, right?
Mhm.
Well, last year, I think it was, I was tutoring someone at my job, college student. They had irregardless in their paper. So, of course, in this moment, I'm going to say, hey, that's actually wrong. It's actually regardless,
Mhm.
no matter like the context. And they pushed back on it. And
Hmm.
first of all, I was like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's definitely wrong. And so they Googled it in front of me.
Oh.
And like, I can't remember, it may have been like the Oxford English Dictionary literally said, or it may have been Webster's or something like that,
Mhm.
literally said, we don't care.
They've
Well,
given
I
up
don't know.
caring.
I don't know. Maybe it is one of those things where they've just given up
Yeah.
and they're just like, yeah, just let them do it. But yeah, I mean, officially now in the English language, you can use irregardless.
That's interesting. I do definitely prefer regardless.
Yeah.
But hey, irregardless. Too soon? Okay, do the damn thing. Let's
Yeah.
do the damn thing.
Yeah.
And then this next one kind of goes off of that. Let's get you married.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, think of a different Instagram caption. You know what I mean? Like, we've all seen it before.
Wow. Overdone.
It's overdone. It's all overdone.
yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure a million things that I do are overdone too, but not to this extent. You know, get a grip.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Don't get her done, but get a grip. And not on skinny jeans.
Yeah, not on skinny jeans. Don't let skinny jeans be the hill you die on, you know?
Absolutely not. And honestly, I think that goes for anything. It doesn't have to be skinny jeans. I feel like skinny jeans is a mindset. And that's really what you're
Skinny
combating.
jeans is a mindset.
I really feel like that's what you're battling anytime you're talking about something and someone's like, no, it has to be the way that I've always done it.
Yeah.
It's just-
I mean,
it's a mindset
it's a
thing.
metaphor for like something that's outdated.
Yeah. And like, okay, look, like what you like, but
Absolutely. And if you love skinny jeans, there are ways to style them
Yeah.
that are chic. Like, I'm not saying
Yeah.
burn them, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, as a rule, there will always be exceptions. But as a rule, they are outdated.
Yeah. From a fashion industry sense,
Mm-hmm.
which has
Like, this is real. I'm not making
rules.
this up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I don't even know fashion. Like you know
Mhm.
fashion. But like that's a thing. Like
Yeah. People just don't understand cycles.
well,
trend cycles.
people also don't understand like industries
Mhm.
or like you realize that art yes can be completely subjective. You can like whatever art you want to like, but from a criticism perspective, like if you're going to have an industry of art critique, there are things that you measure good
Mhm.
art,
There are parameters. Wouldn't you
yes.
say?
and there are cycles in art, in
Mhm.
design,
Mhm.
in music,
Yeah.
in literature, in fashion,
Mhm.
because it's the industry and it is an art form from the perspective that you're always talking about.
Mhm. And again, I think with fashion is absolutely subjective.
Yeah.
And like, I want you to put on some skinny jeans and style them well.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
fuck
yeah.
me, right? Like, I want you to rub it in my face and be like, this is the coolest fucking outfit I've ever seen. But guess what? No, you're pairing them with some flats from 2012 and like a V-neck black tee. You're not doing it, girl, okay? And like, I'm not saying all my outfits hit, but like, this is not the one that you want to go to battle for.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. If you wind up on a page that's giving some criticism, you can just keep scrolling.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I
can.
see things all the time that I don't agree with. And you know what? I go about my life. I take a sip of coffee
I don't even
and I'm
think about
scrolling
it
around.
again.
I'm scrolling along. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to disagree and not have to say that you disagree.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Literally, this past week, I think I like had sort of a breaking point with this YouTube channel that I've been following for years. But for the past like year, the content that they make just hasn't really spoken to me. Like, I think I just decided to stop watching them.
Mm-hmm.
Did I go to their comment section
To let
and
them
been
know.
like, hey, everybody, just let you know I'm out because I
I'm
don't like this
unfollowing.
anymore.
Yeah.
No, I just unsubscribed
Mm-hmm.
and I'm good.
Yeah, and something that I do sometimes is like if someone's getting on my nerves, I don't even unfollow them. I just mute them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you still got to follow. If I liked you at some point, maybe I'll come back around.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch your shit again. But right now, it's not the vibe for me. So I just muted you. I don't have to unfollow you. I don't have to.
You don't have to say
Spam.
them. You don't have to
Yeah.
like comment on a video and be like, you're annoying.
Yeah, like you're getting on my nerves. You know what? I've mentioned this before. Everyone is annoying.
Yeah.
Y'all who are listening to this, y'all are annoying, but we love you.
Yeah, we do.
We really do.
Yeah.
You're annoying. I'm annoying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And if someone whose content used to resonate with you doesn't resonate anymore, you don't have to tell them. And if it's just someone who pops up on your FYP that you have no prior relationship with, you don't have to tell them you disagree with them either. But
Yeah.
you can because it's good for engagement. But
that is true. That is true.
that's why I
Yeah.
don't mind the comments sometimes because it's like, okay, that's why I got to like 1 million views.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. I mean,
It's kind of like a win-win.
literally ripping skinny jeans from Cold Dead Hands is one of the things that got you where you are now.
Oh, I know. Like literally the haters made me famous. Like, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe keep commenting.
Yeah, actually forget everything we
Yeah.
just said. Keep commenting
Well,
these
here's
things.
the deal. Like the way I see it, we did get worked up, but I see that as motivation. Like, because here's the way that I can spin it. Literally, I really believe that if you are able to get to the point where you see something that you don't like, specifically with like a content creator on the internet,
Mhm.
and you can just keep scrolling without commenting that they annoy you or that something about it is like that bugs you,
Mhm.
I think you'll be healthier. I really do.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's very healthy to be like, okay, because when you're commenting with stuff like that, it's your ego.
Yeah.
you know? And again, like you can have a podcast and you can talk about phrases that I say
Yeah.
and say that you hate them, and that's fine. But you don't have to bring me into it.
Yeah.
Like we're not mentioning anyone specifically. That would be hard because everyone's saying these things. But it's just like, it's okay. And it's very lighthearted. Like, even though these things annoy me, like I'm not just like thinking about it when I'm going to bed, you know. Maybe I do tend to think about things before I sleep, but it's not keeping me up at night. A lot of other things are, but this isn't.
That's not the one thing.
No.
That's not the hill you're dying on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's great. No more phrases?
No. That was
Really?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I'm
That was
a
it.
little surprised. I thought that you were like sifting through some earlier.
No. No, I kind of tied them together.
So we have been watching a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've kind of updated people on what we're watching. We're watching, okay? That's
We
one thing that
love
we do.
TV.
We watch.
Yeah. Like, don't be one of those people like, oh, I never watch TV. We watch TV.
We do. We
love
love
it.
watching it together.
Yeah. Like, I don't watch TV by myself.
I don't watch TV by myself. And believe me, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to watch. I just can't watch it by myself.
Yeah.
I really can't. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff like all
That
the
you don't
nerdy
think I would
stuff.
enjoy?
Well, that you've literally said that have fun watching that, and then I never watch it, much to my friends.
Well, you definitely have my
chagrin.
permission.
I know, but I'm not into it. Like,
I know. It's kind of like just a way that we spend time together.
yeah, and we like talking about it afterwards.
Mhm.
We like making references to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always, I mean, and whenever you get with people at dinner or something like that, it's a good conversation piece. Like meetings at work as well. Like if there's
What have you been
some
watching?
awkward silence, yeah, what have you been watching? So anyway, it's been a while since we talked about that. We actually did talk about going to see Barbie on an episode that slipped away from us and got deleted.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we did go see Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
And
We saw it opening weekend.
we saw it opening weekend in costume.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say costume, but
No,
we dressed
on
up.
theme.
Yeah.
It was cute.
We were holding it down for sure.
Oh yeah, the attendance,
Yeah.
the outfits. It was weak overall. They much better turnout when we saw them the night before because we go to two movies. Yes, we saw Oppenheimer.
Yeah, we did. We did the damn
witnessed-
thing. Okay, we did Barbenheimer.
Oh gosh, yeah, we did. We witnessed some really cute looks though at the summit.
Also, can I say, Barbenheimer almost got to the point where that was on my list.
Really?
It was a little.
Well, it's one of those things that you just know it's going to be like a blip.
Yeah.
Like it's just a trend, a little micro trend.
Well, now I don't know if you've seen it, but like Hollywood's trying to like make that a thing now.
Oh, I have not seen
Oh,
that. So
yeah.
maybe never mind.
Oh yeah, now there's already rumors about like them trying to pair
Mm.
two like very different movies together to try to make this meme. Anyway,
Okay.
but yeah, we saw Barbie. I agree though. The Friday night when we saw Oppenheimer, fantastic
People were serving looks.
dress.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the night that we saw it, the showing after us, I think had some pretty decent looks. Wasn't there someone with like a light up dress?
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I
But
could
yeah,
have
at
taken
our-
a picture of her. Well, not in
At
a creepy way.
At ours, it was like us, and somebody next to us was unwrapping a pub sub. That's
Literally.
where we
That's
were.
bold.
Okay,
Yeah. Which we made a interesting theater choice. The vibes
We
weren't there. The
did.
vibes
It
were
was-
off. We took a risk. It didn't pay off.
It was a dine-in. I was drinking like $15 glass of wine and also ordered fries.
You ordered
and
so much
tater
food.
tots, and they brought me like a platter full
And
of
this
everything.
was post dinner.
It was a mistake all the way around. The movie was
Definitely.
not though.
No, the movie was great.
Oh my gosh.
It was so cute.
Yeah. It was.
I'm glad you, as a man, appreciated it.
As a man, I loved it. I didn't just appreciate it. I loved
yeah,
it.
that's
It's
good.
haunted me. Like I haven't stopped thinking about it.
That's important.
Yeah, because I feel like it did such a good job of presenting, number one, presenting its aesthetic. Like it has
yeah.
such a thematic aesthetic
Which I love.
that it stuck to. and did not shy away from the camp. It knew what it was, and then it did a good job of balancing that with an actual like real world message.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people didn't appreciate the depth that it had. Like they weren't expecting that, and I'm like, how could you have thought that there wouldn't be more to the story? Like, how could you have thought that? But
Yeah,
a lot of people were surprised by that and didn't like that.
So I've seen a couple of responses to that I think that I agree with. I think some of it has to do with media literacy, like
they just thought, oh, it's a Barbie movie.
Right. But also, I don't know that a lot of people maybe pay attention to who like the writer directors are to some of these things,
they
right?
absolutely do not.
So like the moment we knew it was Greta Gerwig, like we were talking about Little Women, we're talking about Lady Bird. Like those are her first two movies she did standalone, right?
And I told you from the beginning, I was like, there's gonna be there's more to the story.
Pay attention, right?
Yeah.
And
like this is my Inception.
Delivered. Yes. Yeah. And she delivered. I now have her, like I loved both of her previous movies, but now that you've gone 3 for 3,
she's a genius.
She's up there in my 4.
Oh yeah.
Tell them
your 4.
Everyone. Again, I told all this before, but anyway,
no one heard it.
But yeah, so she's in there now. Greta Gerwig.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Nolan.
Absolutely.
Denis Villeneuve. And Jordan Peele. Those 4.
Solid list.
Anything I'll go they make. See anything that they make.
Why not?
Yeah. So yeah, we loved it. All the pink. It's great. Ryan Gosling, maybe my favorite role I've ever seen him in.
You're kidding. He's so good, and he's so hot. Like he's still so hot.
And I can't remember if we talked about it on here or we just talked about it a lot. I wasn't a fan of his casting as Ken.
Mm-hmm.
But
initially,
he sold me on it.
Oh, there could not have been a better Ken. Like he embodied that. Like he bodied that. You know? Those songs. Like if you haven't seen it, like you have to see it for his performance.
Are you kidding?
Everyone did amazingly. Loved Margot. Loved everyone else.
Yes.
But
Simu Liu.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible as the other Ken. Alan.
Oh yeah, Michael Cera.
Michael Cera as Alan is great.
Yeah.
The mom and daughter.
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah. Oh, Kate McKinnon. Yeah. Didn't love Will Ferrell. I didn't love that whole like subplot.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's even cliche at this point to point out like all the stuff that I've listened to is like I didn't love the Will Ferrell stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like
it was fine. Yeah. It wasn't needed, but it was fine.
It wasn't egregious. Incredible movie. But let's talk about some shows. What have we been watching on the television?
Platonic.
I'm
so glad I found this.
Yes, she is glad. Now, this is something that I saw.
Allegedly.
Apple TV's been treating us right.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and we didn't actually add this to the list, but Ghosted with Chris Evans and Anna de Armas. That was Apple TV Plus.
Oh, that was cute.
And same
I like
thing,
both of them.
They served me a trailer, and so I've been like waiting for it to come out. And Platonic was one of those things. I mean, the moment that I saw Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, I was like, "Kat's gonna love this."
Immediately, yes.
And even from the trailer, I could tell the vibe it was going for. I felt like we were gonna like.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, did it deliver. What would you like? How would you describe sort of the tone of the show?
Honestly, it's hard to really have like a comp for it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's quite unique. Would you say, okay, so if someone likes something else, would they like this? Broad City? I mean, if you like Neighbors, you'll like this.
Yeah.
It's, part of the cast.
Yeah. Broad City with a lot more heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a wholesomeness to it for sure.
And I feel like there is a show out there with the heart that I'm just
honestly the other two.
That's not a bad comp. Yeah, because it can go from ridiculous to really, really dramatic and heartfelt.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like you really connect with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so cute.
Yeah,
It's so cute and it's funny. It's lighthearted.
and there's also like this element of sadness there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just really good. I also think that it was such a good adult friends of the opposite sex that, like, as the title suggests, just platonic friends. I mean, I think that was a very unique perspective to take.
Mm-hmm.
And you pointed this out, like they really could have made her husband character be like this doofus,
Mm-hmm.
but like he had some complexity to him. Pretty much all the characters did. And even like Seth Rogen's girlfriend, I felt like she could have been like a doofus character.
Yeah, like a
But-
throwaway character.
But the writing was just very mature and like
The writing was great. The acting was great.
so well
Everything
done.
about it.
Mhm.
10 out of 10, truly.
I
Highly
think so,
recommend.
yeah. And if you like Seth Rogen,
You'll love
you'll
it.
love this.
You'll love it. And if you like
is
Rose Byrne, you'll love
Seth
it.
Rogen. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and Rose Byrne.
She's outstanding. I am a Rose Byrne fan. Like, she's that bitch. She is that bitch that I will watch in anything. She's one of my favorite actresses.
Okay, this is a New Girl reference, but I feel like she Joe Biden's.
Mm-hmm.
She's there.
Mm-hmm.
She's just always there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every time like you're gonna watch a movie,
She's
and
there.
well, every time you're watching a movie, it's like, oh, this is a great movie. I love it. She's probably in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's in a lot. What did we just watch her in that you had never seen before?
Oh,
we haven't talked about it.
God, we haven't talked about it.
Yeah,
What was it called?
Wicker Park.
Wicker Park.
Yeah, which I feel like this is very niche. Like,
I swear to God, turn this podcast off right now and go to Amazon Prime and watch Wicker Park.
I'm shocked that you liked it that much. Like, it's one of my favorite
How
movies.
could I
Truly,
not like it? It's like
that's so
it's
good.
like Inception.
Which is what I said.
Yeah, it's like Inception.
But it's a rom com.
Yes.
Maybe not a
And
com.
honestly,
Maybe
I
it's
was
just a
kinda
rom.
No, but honestly, I was getting like American Psycho vibes too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like thrilling, mysterious.
Yeah. Kind of like a
the-
soap opera aspect. Like, there's just so much.
Yeah, because it's kind of over the top.
It's non-linear. It's
Oh my
great.
God, and just like really well crafted. So
and it's got Josh Hartnett
Wicker
in
Park.
his prime.
Yeah, so Ghosted, Wicker Park, Platonic, Barbie, Ted Lasso. We just started that. We're only on like episode 4.
It's so heartwarming. I didn't want to like it. I wanted to be annoyed by it and think it was chuggy.
Yes, if you want something just like cheesy and sweet.
Mm-hmm. But I am really, really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a soft spot for like wholesome stuff. I really do.
Yeah, see, she's not
I'm a wholesome
one-dimensional.
gal
Yeah.
at heart.
And then last but not least, we've gotten into
Roni.
Roni.
I'm sorry, with previous casts, I've tried so hard on all of the Real Housewives. I feel like not all of them, but a couple. And I just could not get into any of them. I couldn't get into Beverly Hills. I couldn't get into the OC. I couldn't get into the original cast for New York. But this cast slays.
Because this is the first season they like recast.
It's a reboot. Yeah.
It's a reboot. So
And-
we hopped in.
Amen. Yeah. Start from the beginning. It's perfection. It's so good. Like, I'm inspired when I watch it, which I feel like that's how it should be. Like, you have all
Yeah.
these powerful, beautiful, successful, amazing women. I want to be inspired, and I am.
So inspired. We're talking about it on podcasts. Love it.
Absolutely.
I love that. So there are some suggestions.
Yeah.
Everybody go watch it.
Go for it.
Specifically, start with Wicker Park, please.
It's amazing. Let us know what you think. I mean, really try all of these. Like, we have really good taste. We really do.
Really do.
We're a little pretentious, but
and
it pays
the
off.
episode that died, okay, was we were giving you 6 things to watch, and here's some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a taste.
Here's a little taste. But yeah, so remember our question of the week though is, what temperature do you set to sleep?
We need to know.
We need to know. So go on to Spotify and let us know, or go on to your favorite podcast app that you love to listen to and rate us. Give us 5 stars. We would love to see it. Comment about all the phrases that I say that you hate, but don't really. 5 stars. That'd be great. We're on all the podcast apps that you love at this point, specifically Pocket Cast, which I've gotten back into.
Oh.
Love that shit.
Oh.
And we've got Amazon begging for us to be on there, but we're not on there yet.
Celebrities.
Pretty much everywhere else. Anyway, listen to us, like us, rate us. We love you.
We love you. You're so hot. We're obsessed with you.
No, seriously? Seriously, seeing someone answer the Q&A last week and it's like, oh my God, they listened to the end was pretty phenomenal.
Okay? We love it. We're still babies at podcasting, so
we are. We love it. We love doing it together.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
Mwah. We love you guys.
Love you. See you.
See you.